Hey everybody, this is Dr. David Hollum. I'm pastor of Afton Grove Baptist Church. Been here about 28 years, and a few years back we had a young man by the name of Ricky Berry come through here. And Brother Ricky, when he came in the door, every once in a while you just have this happen to you. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's really fabulous. Brother Ricky came through the door, and as soon as he walked through the door, I knew that he was the guy that was going to be our next youth director. And turns out that he was not just our next youth director, but the best youth director we've ever had. And so my first impression of Brother Ricky was this. When he walked in, he was young, he smiled, he laughed a lot. He and his wife got along very well. They had a great rapport between them. And it was really funny. One of the funny things that happened in the interview process was that Brother Rick and Miss Jennifer had decided that they were going to come in. He was going to do all the talking, and that she was just going to be silently praying for him and supporting him. And then when she walked in the door and saw our committee, it was just like, oh my goodness, here's somebody to talk to. And so they talked, and she talked, and he talked, and we talked, and everybody talked together, and we just had a great time. And we wound up selecting Brother Ricky as our youth director. When Brother Ricky got here, it became apparent to me pretty quickly that he had been wounded at a previous church. One of those weird things about ministry is this. People don't even realize a lot of times that their words are very hurtful, and so, or their words or actions are very hurtful. And Brother Ricky had been in one of those situations where he was involved with a pastor that was very dominating and domineering, and it was his way or the highway. And Brother Ricky got shown the highway a couple of different times, I think, before he decided he was done. But one thing that happened was this: he and I bonded very quickly, and became not just pastor and youth director, or youth pastor, but we became very good friends and brothers in Christ. And I began to see him do a couple of things that I thought were very important for him as a youth minister, and very important for him as a Christian. One of the things he started to do was he just started to mature and to flower. And it's difficult to do that if you're in an adversarial type situation. If the guy that's supposed to be your boss is your adversary, or the guy that's supposed to be your pastor is your adversary, then it's difficult. But then when you come to a situation where your pastor is a friend, a brother, a colleague, someone who wants to mentor you, and who wants to love you, and who wants to see you grow, then it's very easy then to do those things. And that's exactly what Brother Ricky did. He flowered, he grew, he matured, and then there were some interesting aspects to that too. One of the job requirements that we had for him was for him to take our children, or our kids, our youth, to youth camp. And so Brother Rick, the first time that he went, he asked me about 1,000 questions, and I think he spent some sleepless nights because he wasn't sure that he was doing everything right. And really, youth camp is one of those great things where you can go to camp, you can have fun. The biggest thing is getting there, and then when you get there, get all the T's crossed and I's dotted, then you have a chance to kind of just go, relax a little bit, and then have a little fun and enjoy yourself. And so I think Brother Rick did that. He was able to relax and enjoy. And then another thing that began to occur was I could see Brother Rick stretching out and reaching for different things instead of just youth camp. For instance, youth camp is real, like I said, it's real laid back. It's centered on the participants, and then the youth directors and whatnot, the staff takes care of the people who come in support of the youth, and so it's really kind of a, it's not really a vacation, but it's a mini vacation for the youth minister and for the pastor if he goes. And so Brother Rick began then to think about other ways to not just be ministered to, but to minister to other people. And so Brother Rick started looking around, and he found this place in Arlington where our youth, our teenagers, would go to this outreach in Arlington, and whenever they got there, then they weren't ministered to. They were the ministers. They were the teachers. They were the ones that set up Vacation Bible School for Islamic children. That's just one of those things that blows my mind. And I love Brother Rick for that. He was getting way out of his comfort zone. He took our kids way out of their comfort zones. And I guarantee you this, however old those youth get to be, if they get to be 80 years old, they'll never forget getting out of their comfort zone, talking to those Islamic kids, and witnessing to them, talking to them about Jesus, and all the things, the cultural things that they went through with those kids. And so I saw Brother Rick doing those things, and then there's a third thing that I saw with Brother Rick, and one of the things that I like to do with my youth ministers is this. I believe that the church should be the training ground for our future leaders. And so because of that, Brother Rick preached every fourth Sunday on Sunday night. It was supposed to be, youth night. And so Brother Rick would preach, and the first night that he got up there to preach, you could tell his throat was dry. He was nervous, and he was real fidgety. And I want to say the sermon was 11 or 12 minutes long. It wasn't very long, and he shot through it real quick. And when he got through, he almost couldn't believe that he was already done. And he'd preached before, but new people, new church, new audience, and then it just does. It's one of those things. Teaching, preaching, it does different things to different people, and so that first one was real short, real sweet, real to the point. And then the longer Brother Rick was here, the more that I could see that he was getting into the meat of the word, and that he was working on it, and he was kneading out those things that were in there, and he was pulling out those grains and kernels of truth, and that he was working to get that stuff out. He was exposing the text the way that he was supposed to expose the text, and the way that he wanted to, and the way that he wanted to get everything out of there, and do all those kind of things. And I just really, in his tenure, I saw a tremendous uptick in his preaching ability, in his comprehension of the Gospels, in his comprehension of the Bible itself, in his ability to articulate that to other people. So I really saw some really fabulous stuff from Brother Rick, and I hope that you guys are able to benefit from his stint here. We love Brother Rick. I will tell you this, and I say it unapologetically. In my 28 years as pastor of Afton Grove Baptist Church, Brother Rick is undoubtedly the best youth pastor I've ever had. And I'd love to have him back, but you guys have him, so you enjoy him. All right, have a good day. May the Lord bless you. God bless. Bye-bye.